Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. Things are getting more interesting and more lively on the mountain. In our earlier video today, we did analyze some interesting events from Nyeri County, Tetu constituency, where Tetu residents were protesting against the government stoppage of a road. Yes, Nyeri residents protest stoppage of Mau Mau road tender. So in Nyeri, residents were accusing the government for having cheated them. The government lied to them. When William Ruto and his team were campaigning, they promised those residents that they were to construct the road. Upon William Ruto winning the election, his government has stopped a tender to construct that road. In this video, I want us to have a look at a short clip from Kiambu County, Gatundu North constituency. For the clip is going to form the basis of our analysis and the discussion right now. Have a look at this.
Iko na njaa Gatundu North. Tunataka makazi, hakuna kazi. Hata wamama wengine hakuna kazi, iko na watoto hakuna kazi, tunatabika sana. Tutafanya nini? Tunaomba wa serikali tusaidie na chakula na tupatie makazi.
Yes. Those are residents of Gatundu North constituency. And they are crying, serikali saidia. They are hungry. They don't have jobs. So they want the government to intervene. And that's not the only incident we are witnessing on the mountain. We have been seeing mountain residents complaining one complaint after the other. So it's almost certain and very clear that things are not very much okay on the mountain. Yesterday, former Kiambu governor, yes, William Kabogo, exposed some lift chats between himself and Kiambu resident who wanted a job from him. Yes. So in this video, I just want us to understand what is going on here. Because these are the people who have been singing Si Uchawi ni Maombi, and they are the same people who William Ruto, when he was campaigning, he told them he was going to form a government with them. And they believed William Ruto. I don't know why they're now crying to the government to help them. They should be part of that government. They should be part of the decision making in William Ruto's government, because they were to form that government together with William Ruto. That's what William Ruto told them, and they believed it. Why are they still crying to the government? Are they not the government, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, I don't know whether to describe these people as togege, because I'm made to understand that they're being referred to as togege. Yes. I don't know whether to describe them by that name, but it's almost certain and very clear that these people crying of hunger, that they don't have jobs. On the election day, it's as if they closed their eyes and they were just voting blindly. They were just voting blindly to punish Uhuru Kenyatta and to punish Raila Odinga. That's almost clear and very certain. And I know some voted for William Ruto thinking they were going to form a government together, thinking that upon William Ruto coming to power, then they were to be rich automatically. They were to be miraculously rich, because that's what William Ruto was preaching to them. I know some might have voted for William Ruto because of that. Just to start off with, those calls for the government intervention and those calls for employment from the government shows that these people are still politically naive. They are political green-ons. And I'm saying that because a government, or rather, I'm saying that because if you look at these people, the main reason why they voted for William Ruto was to punish Uhuru and Raila Odinga. That was their main reason. Right now, they are crying that they are hungry. They don't have jobs. I'm almost very sure and very certain that when they were electing their leaders, they were not looking at whether the leader could deliver or not. And these are just some of the consequences of voting blindly. When they were voting, they closed their eyes and they voted blindly, not caring whether a leader can deliver or not. They are now just paying the consequences of their political naivety. I don't think this government will actually feed them or even give them those jobs. If you go back there after maybe 2 weeks or 1 month, they will still be making the same demands to get the government. We are hungry. We don't have jobs. An indication that some of these Kenyans are still politically naive and they don't know the attributes of a good leader. They just vote in leaders blindly. That should be a lesson to them in the next election. The second thing, I'm also seeing a William Ruto's government that is failing to deliver. And I'm saying failing to deliver because it's also a fact that if you compare life in Uhuru Kenyatta's government and life in William Ruto's government, life in William Ruto's government is becoming more difficult for the ordinary poor man. Yes, life is becoming more difficult for the hustlers. And that's the exact message coming from Gatundu. Watu wanakufa njaa, people don't have jobs. So I'm taking that to mean William Ruto's government has failed to deliver. When William Ruto was campaigning, he was not empowering these people. He was just giving them tokens, handouts. And I've always been maintaining here that a politician giving you a handout and not teaching you or empowering you, that's a politician making you his or her slave. And I think that's what William Ruto made these people. They are now like slaves. They must be helped to survive. They must be given handouts to live. And the reason is simple. They loved politics of handouts. Instead of asking their leaders to empower them, they were queuing and voting just because of handouts. Now the campaigns are over. They will have to face hunger and unemployment till the next campaigns, when they'll also be given handouts once more. So in a nutshell, I'm also trying to say that politics of handouts can actually make life even more difficult for the common man, in that a politician will not be giving you that handout every day. They always just give those handouts when they are seeking or looking for votes. After the votes, these politicians disappear. So the hustler or the common man must look for a leader who will empower them, not a leader giving them handouts. I think that's also a very nice lesson, a smart lesson. Before I conclude, I'm also taking those kind of sentiments by those residents of Gatundu to mean that leaders they elected in those areas are not performing. Their local leaders are not performing. They voted out good leaders and elected amateurs. Leaders who are just riding on waves. on political waves, not leaders who can deliver to their people. Yes, they elected leaders who cannot deliver. That's why they are crying about hunger and about unemployment. Let me stop it there. Just as I did indicate when I was starting, if you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. And to our fans and subscribers here, I'm very much humble, very grateful for the kind of support you are giving me here. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Yes. Let's meet in our next analysis.